Lia Tortilla presents.
Hey guys, it's me, Lia Tortilla. Today I'll be showing you how to make a pork and peanut curry. Yes, I know, another curry. Deal with it. Not only is this recipe quick and easy, it's actually quite good for you because it's high in protein, but it's actually quite low in fat and there's plenty of vegetables involved. I have done this dish before back in lockdown when I was doing Lia Tortilla for my Instagram followers, but obviously those videos don't save, so here I am redoing it again, more professional this time. Let's get started. We're going to marinate our pork loin. And as always, the list of ingredients and measurements are listed in the description below. Don't forget to double check and actually check that out after the video if you want to cook this dish or any of the dishes I do, just in case I miss something out on camera and it will end up in the ingredients list. So we're going to start by dicing our pork loin. I'm just going to cut it in half here, go down the middle here, that's in two, and there. We want quite reasonably sized cubes. I'm not throwing that on the floor, that's going in a bowl, I promise. Oh. I'm actually prepping 2 pork loins. Although we are a household of 3 today, usually we're 4. So I'm prepping for a household of 4 because this is really good the next day, left over, and we're pretty greedy, so there you go. And for our marinade, we want finely sliced onions, well, finely chopped onions even, some finely chopped ginger. Now, I advise if you have a food processor or any blendy type machine to do this in that, because the finer the ingredients, the better it is, trust me. A finely chopped chilli. And 4 cloves of finely chopped garlic. And then we need a large handful of chopped coriander. Right, get your hands in there and give this a good mix. Once you've given that a good old mix, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of light soy sauce. It doesn't have to be light soy sauce. It doesn't have to be light soy sauce, but that's the one I've got, so I'm using light soy sauce. And then to that, you want to add 3 tablespoons of reduced fat peanut butter. Now the key to this curry is equal quantities, so if you want to make more of the sauce, you just add equal quantities peanut butter to soy sauce. So 3 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons. It's just as simple as that. And this is where it gets messy. So you're going to mix that in. You can do this with a spoon, but it works better if you do it with your hands and if you don't throw it all over the table. So you want to leave your pork marinating anywhere between 15 minutes to 2 hours. Or if you want to do it, you can leave it overnight and that's fine as well. But to a pan, we're now going to add sesame oil. We'll wait for the sesame oil to get nice and hot. Then we add our marinated pork. You're going to want to keep stirring this until your pork is nice and brown. You can see it's starting to cook already. Once we've browned off our pork, we're going to add 300 millilitres of water, and we're going to remove all of that peanut butter that's stuck to the bottom of our pan. As you can see, it's becoming quite saucy already. So what you want to do is turn your pan down to a low to medium heat. I've got mine on setting number 3 over here. And we're going to let the pork cook through, stirring this every now and then just to make sure that it's not sticking to the bottom of the pan. We keep it on low to medium heat so that the pork becomes really nice and tender. You can place a lid on it. And every now and then when you're checking on it and stirring it, you can add more water each time, tiny bit by tiny bit, because it's going to reduce and it's going to get really thick, and you still want it to be quite saucy. So the thicker it gets, the more water you need to add. But then don't add too much water, because then it'll be a really watery curry, and we don't want that. We want quite a thick sauce, which we'll come back to in just a moment. See, with the lid on, the pork is steaming through and it's becoming more tender. So when it comes to eating this, you literally only need a fork and a spoon, and it just melts in the mouth. It's that beautiful. I think 300 millilitres of water is just the right amount. So I'm going to turn this hob onto number 1. I'm going to leave the lid on it, and then we'll come back to it around 5 minutes before I need to serve up. Okay, so we're about 5 minutes away from serving. I've got my rice on here and my curry is cooking nicely. I'm going to turn it up from number 3 to about number 4. We're going to get that really nice and warm. And here I've chopped some peppers, and we're just going to throw them in there, stir them in. Going to put a lid on that and let it steam through until the peppers are nice and crisp, and then we'll serve up. In this bowl here, for decoration, I've finely sliced some, I say finely, they're not that fine, quite chunky, some spring onion, some coriander and some chilli, which I'm just going to sprinkle over the top of my curry when I plate it up. And then also we serve this curry with a wedge of lime that gets squeezed over just before you eat it. It adds that sour note to it, and it just makes everything so much more beautiful. I'm also going to be serving this dish with a side of wok fried pac-choi. Can't wait. Another little fact about this dish: when people ask me what's my speciality, it's definitely this dish. Pork and peanut curry all the way. There you have my quick, easy pork and peanut curry. This has been Lia Tortilla. I will see you next week. Have a good day. And don't forget to leave a comment, share this video, subscribe and give me a thumbs up. See you later.